So you just learned what essential oils are, and now we're going to talk about how to use them. So if you have a notebook, you might want to bust it out because we're going to dive right in. So the three ways to use essential oils are aromatically, topically, and internally as a dietary supplement. So starting with aromatically, that would just be smelling the oils. Did you know that the number one air pollutants in our homes are things like plug-ins, air fresheners, dryer sheets, things that we use in our homes to make our homes smell nice and clean are actually poisoning our family. A lot of these homes that have these products in them also are linked with asthma and allergies and endocrine disruptors and respiratory issues. So they need to get out of our home. And if you check out a website called EWG.org, it's Environmental Working Group, you can take a look at these everyday products, cleaning products and personal care products that we are using, and they will give you a list of the ingredients and a scale from 0 to 10 about where that product lies. So it's very eye-opening and scary to know that these are the products that we're using in our home, but I highly recommend that you do that just so you can see what needs to get changed. But the good news is we have essential oils. And it's very easy to get started. Aromatically is probably the easiest way to get started. So you have a diffuser, and it's very easy to use. You just fill it up with water, and you add a couple drops of essential oils. And these diffusers can last anywhere from 4 to 10 hours, depending on which diffuser you choose, which is really nice if you want to use it overnight. It will last the whole night. Another thing you could use if you don't have a diffuser, maybe in every room in the house, you could create your own room spray. So with this dark bottle, you can fill it up with water, distilled water, and a couple drops of essential oils. You also want to add something to help emulsify and mix the water and the oil since they don't mix naturally. So you can add witch hazel or Epsom salt. And you can use this as like an air freshener, spray your house with this instead of with the harmful products. Okay. Another thing you could do aromatically is just open the bottle and smell it. Or put a drop in your hand and rub it together. And just put your fingers next to your nose and take a deep breath. What's happening when I do that is the oil is going right through my nose, right up to the limbic system of my brain. And that limbic system of your brain affects things like mood and memory. So if you want to relax and calm down, that would be lavender. It would be a good choice. If you want like a pick-me-up at the beginning of the day, or you middle of the day and you need to get a pick-me-up, you could use peppermint or lemon. Like those are great choices. So not only do they smell good, but they have good purposes as well. Okay. So the next way that you can use essential oils is topically. So we have some really great oils for use on your skin. Lavender and frankincense are really good go-tos. But the problem is they evaporate pretty quickly. Like that oil that was on my hand is already gone. So what we usually do when we use it topically is combine it with a carrier oil. So when I say carrier oil, I mean oils like olive oil, almond oil, coconut oil. Those are like your nuttier, fattier oils. And those ones take a little while to absorb into our skin. So your skin is your largest organ of your body. So what you put on your skin absorbs into your bloodstream. So think about the products that we use on our skin, face wash and body lotion. All those things get right into our bloodstream. So another reason to switch to essential oils. And it's very easy to use them topically. You can just take a little bit of coconut oil, put a drop of essential oil, and then rub it on your skin. Create your own lotion. You can also use something that I have on hand a lot, and this is a roller bottle. So I could just fill this up with some carrier oil, add a couple of drops of essential oil, and put the roller bottle top on it and kind of make your own perfume, like a DIY perfume. You don't need to spend $60 to $80 on perfume like I used to. This is very cost effective and can last you a little while. So I'm actually going to make one for you here so you can see how easy that it is, and someone will get a chance to win this in our giveaway. So the carrier oil that I'm going to choose to use today is fractionated coconut oil. So you don't want to put coconut oil that you would buy at the grocery store in a roller bottle because that can get thick and it won't come out very easily. Fractionated coconut oil is always in a liquid form. So I'm going to fill this up and then just add about 10 drops of essential oils because I'm making it for an adult. You want to be careful with the dilution ratio if you are giving it to kids, which they are safe to use on a kid. You just want to be diluting it a little bit more. And so for adults, I would put about 10 drops. For kids, I'd put about 5 to 7 drops. And for babies or toddlers, I probably would put 1 or 2 drops. So I'm going to do Stress Away today because it is one of my favorite. It smells so good. Okay, so I'm going to put about 10 drops. If you can see. Just counting here to make sure I have the right amount. And when that's done with this, I'm going to put the roller bottle top. There we go. And I will use the lid to kind of screw it in. Okay. Oops, got to pop it in a little bit more. All right, there we go. So that is how simple it is to create a roller bottle blend. And like I said before, we combine it with the carrier oils, so that helps it kind of create a time release. So when I said that I diluted it, a lot of people think that it loses its effectiveness. It actually does the opposite. It actually increases its effectiveness. Since it doesn't absorb as quickly, it will create a time release on our skin, and it will help us enjoy the benefits of the oil a little bit longer. So having these on hand is, like I said, a really nice way to have a DIY perfume, and doesn't cost you a lot of money. Very easy to do, and one of you will win this just by commenting in the videos. Okay, and the third way that we can use oils is as a dietary supplement internally. So I want to show you the difference between the ones that we use internally and the ones that we use topically and aromatically. So we actually label them differently. So the white label here is our Vitality line. These are the ones that are recommended for ingestion. The ones that are in the colored label are the ones for topical or aromatic use. But both of these say peppermint. And peppermint is actually, the peppermint we have in these bottles are exactly the same. We just have them labeled differently for different purposes. We're trying to comply with FDA. FDA has rules that say that whatever you ingest shouldn't be the same as what you put on your skin. So we just make sure that it's very clear that these are the ones to ingest and this is one to put on your skin. However, they are exactly the same oil. So I just wanted to put that out there. But the ones that are white, are safe for ingestion. But that's one thing about Young Living. We do have a very strict seed to seal guarantee so that we know what we're putting inside our body is 100% natural and pure. So when I say I take essential oils internally, I mean Young Living. I would not trust a grocery store brand, especially because if you take a look at their labels, a lot of times they say do not ingest. They can mix it with different solvents, with different carrier oils. They do lots of things to it. It might not be the top quality, so that way they can get more oils, more yield. We make sure that ours are pure and natural and safe, and that's why I would only take Young Livings as an internal supplement. Okay, so a couple ways to do this is if you want to just flavor your water, you can add some couple drops, but really just 1 or 2 is what you need to a glass with lemon would be a good one to flavor, orange, grapefruit. Those are good ones to flavor some water with. You can make a tea out of them. Just like I said, 1 or 2 drops. You can actually use them for cooking or baking. So what I like to do is add peppermint to my brownie mix and create peppermint brownies. Just 2 or 3 drops. I like to add rosemary to my popcorn, rosemary popcorn. So there's lots of different ways that you can use them for cooking and for baking. And another way that you can use them, if you would like to use the oil for supporting a system, but you don't necessarily like the smell or the taste of that oil, you can put it in a clear vegetable capsule, which we sell, and add a couple drops of carrier oil with it and take that internally. So it's just another way that you can use the oils internally. So those are our 3 ways to use them: aromatically, topically, and internally.